Welcome to Bike World, welcome to Indian's AMA Championship winning bike. Don't adjust your TV. Yes, that is this big, I am this short. This is 290 kilograms, this is 180 mile an hour on the banking at Daytona. This is a proper weapon of a motorcycle. And today, I get to throw some glorious laps around Anglesey on this amazing bike. It's going to be interesting. So that rounds off another day and another bike, which means Chris is never going to speak to me again because this is another bike that he wanted to ride. We've only had the opportunity to really tickle the surface of what this bike can do, but it's an incredible project. If you think about converting a BMW or a Fireblade into a race bike, that's pretty simple because it already started off as a sports bike. But to turn a bagger into a race bike is almost ludicrous, it's almost comical. And the fact that you can't just go to a shop and buy bits, you know, if you want to convert your R6 into a track bike, that's easy. You go to Yamaha and you buy the bits. But everything's got to be done bespoke. And you can see that in the development and how fast they've gone. They're going like 9 to 10 seconds a lap faster than they were doing. In terms of an engineering masterpiece, you've got to kind of nod your head in approval and go, that's pretty impressive. You've taken something that should have a stereo and be touring and cruising into a bike that can lap Laguna Seca within 4 seconds of an AMA superbike. That is phenomenal. This is a bike that you can actually purchase. And it's not like a watered down version of the race bike. This is the race bike. This is the bike that they ran in 2022. This is the bike that McWilliams rode to victory at Daytona. So amazing opportunity for us to ride the bike today. We've had limited time on the bike, but to be fair, if I had 50 laps, I still wouldn't be that fast. And obviously you've done 1,000 laps on this bike. So what was it like the first time you saw the bike? Because when we saw it for the first time, we're like, Jesus, that's big.
Yeah, it's a bit overpowering when you first see it, and you know, you're not sure what to expect. It was kind of learning how to ride it, not like a sports bike, but ride it, you know, for what it is. And
yeah.
It means just it takes a little bit of a different style, as you worked out today. You know, you got to use a way more rear brake. You got to use a lot of body position off the side of the bike. You're sitting rather high because we need ground clearance, so you feel like you're a long way away from the floor. But so it's
like you just keep leaning and you're like, knees not down yet, knees not down yet, knees not down yet.
Made things super stiff on it, you know, like the swinging arm, and there are actually stiffer wheels on it now, the PVM wheels. So we went through a whole line of wheels and we ended up with these ones because there's less movement out of them whenever they're under pressure. Beefier everywhere. They try to make it just to stabilize the bike a little bit, but now we have it in the window. It's working, you know, way better than when you look at the bike, how you think it would work.
Yeah. There's no rider aids or anything on this. It's just down to the rider.
No, the only thing we use is a limit on the RPM at launch, because if you run it above 3,500, it basically goes into full wheelie mode. Yeah, so we just limit it for maybe 2 or 3 meters, which helps, and then the launch time is pretty incredible. I think it goes from 0 to 100 in 2.5 seconds. So it's like quicker than anything that I've ridden from 0 to 100, but that's obviously because of its length and weight.
And the torque.
And torque, yeah.
But after riding it, I can appreciate how it is, and it must be so hard because you've got to go like 10-10, flat out, every corner, every lap, with another 20 of these bikes, elbow to elbow.
Honestly, I think that's the hardest thing. I think having to ride what you feel like you're riding way over 10 tenths. When you ride it, you feel like you're riding, you know, 110% all of the time. And if you're not riding at 110%, your lap time's nowhere. And it's so frustrating. And you got to go out now and feel that you're having to override again. But once you get it in the window, once the bike's in the window and the lap time comes, then you can keep the lap time for the whole weekend.
Yeah.
But trying to find a lap time at the beginning of the weekend is the really hard thing to do. Yeah. It just takes a little bit of time and adjustment to get up to speed.
Yeah. Cool, man. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Thanks
for lending me a go on your bike.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks.
We didn't get to do as many laps as I would have liked, I would have loved to have really had a really good session in this. I would have loved to even have a go at racing it. But what an incredible experience. It's not like anything I've ridden before. Normally when you ride a race bike, you can compare it to something that I've done before in the 25 years I've done this job. But it's not like anything I've ridden before. It's intimidating when you get on it because you can't touch the floor and it feels quite aggressive and quite angry. But once you get it out of second into third gear and you short shift it, it actually becomes quite friendly and quite usable. The brakes are strong, the turning is great, and it doesn't feel like the weight that it looks like it is. Yeah, an incredible achievement. I can't wait to see where this series is going. It's getting masses and masses of hits on social media, and I can see why it's so popular. And to ride one of these around Daytona banking, elbow to elbow with the rest of the maniacs, hats off, you guys are idiots.